Hey, little birdie. Don't feel Really? No wonder they never pay attention to me. Forget it. I probably should... Haven't seen you in some time. Oh, since it wasn't meant to... If you're wondering why I'm here, Jean's been worrying about trade safety recently. I discovered this when I unwittingly burst into her office to save the day. Another job involving long-distance travel falls to me. I suppose it's my own fault for having such a strong sense of duty. Still, on the bright side, business is now taken care of, and I have unused travel funds, so I was planning to...
Gundafar, we are in the middle of a war. Your place is at the front lines by my son's side. Pray tell, what provokes your
A matter of utmost importance, Your Majesty.
Huh. Outdoor theater. Looks fun. Ah, yes. Given that the acting... In other words, perhaps a fancy meal at a nice restaurant? Or a river cruise that takes in the... Hey, no need to put it like that. The rules of the Knights of Favonius state that any and all expenditures during a business trip are counted as travel expenses. That's more than enough justification to live a little. Of course, with me being here on my own, it was looking like a wasted opportunity. But now that I've run into you, why don't we make this a joint trip? You're always so busy. And anyway, life is short, so we should make the most of the time we have. Now I remember, your honest character is dazzling to behold. Like the sunlight reflecting off the surface of Cider Lake in the late fall. I hold my hands up. My thinking was mistaken. In that case, I guess today's end-of-trip blowout is cancelled. I shall pack my luggage and prepare to return to Mondstadt. Oh, you'd do that for me? Well, this wasn't what I'd originally planned, but it's a very welcome development. When I was souvenir shopping, I picked out something for you too. Guess my thoughtfulness wasn't in vain. Let's keep that a secret for now. Not because I want to keep you guessing. It's just that I didn't think I'd run into you here. All my gifts are back at the inn. I want you to find out for yourself when you open it. The surprise is what gift-giving is all about, is it not? Then it's settled. We'll leave together shortly. Look, Mondstadt's windmill. Now, as promised, your souvenir. Here you go. According to the merchant I bought it from, mysterious spirits called Jinn often live. Merchants love to I know you like rare things, so perhaps you can add this to your collection. Of course, you're welcome. I'm ready to head into the city. I could give everyone their Maybe I'll take a breather first. But I know I'll only get bored sitting in. I'm honored to have such a. After so long, there's no rush. Port Ormos is always lively, even late into the night. Quite a stark contrast with Mon's. Good question. Life in Sumeru is never dull. Last time I would. Although, I did learn later that that kind of thing is highly unusual even there. They must have been in a very good mood that night. They taught me a lot of songs that they usually sing during feasts. It really was a fun night. But be that as it may, I think I'm more suited to the free and easy life in Mondstadt. Simple, honest folks like me, we don't need much to be content. Fair enough. Well, let's see if we can catch them today. Sister Grace is right there, so we can ask her about the choir's schedule. Excuse me, Sister Grace. Does the church choir have any performances coming up soon?
Oh, I'm so sorry. The hymn concert we previously announced has unfortunately been pushed.
Oh? What's the story there?
As you probably know, Captain Kaeya, we've been trying to organize an amateur choir in addition to the regular church choir.
Ah, yes. I heard about that. I believe the plan was ultimately to have different choirs who can take turns.
Yes, exactly. Well, it turns out there are plenty of believers who are good singers and interested in joining a choir. So, in theory, it should have been a simple case of getting everyone in the same room, then practice. But maybe I'm just not musically gifted enough to give them the guidance they need. Captain Kaeya, I know you like listening to hymns. How good is your understanding of vocal music?
Me? Music is far from my forte. But if you need some help, then don't worry. I know an expert who's more than up to the task.
Thank you so much, Captain Kaeya. Having some expert guidance will definitely be a great help.
I'm sure you've figured out who this expert is already. He has the... Plus, he's exceptionally easy to find. 9 out of 10 times, he's in the tavern. Good day. Drinking alone? I hope you don't mind us joining you.
Hello! Please, take a seat. We're all friends here.
Patton, 1 moonlit alley and an apple cider.
Ooh, excellent choices. Come on, let's have a toast and drain our glasses together. Here's to the time spent drinking with friends.
Ever the poet. Any new songs of yours? Speaking of which...
Of course! Though the format is a little on the
So you'd say you enjoy...
let me think.
Passion and joy, huh? An intriguing perspective. By this logic, I suppose Lord Barbados would also enjoy the choir's performances.
Oh? And why is that?
Think about it. It's only because of his patient guidance and protection that the people of Mondstadt can now sing. It must be quite satisfying for him to hear a joyful people lift up their voices in song.
Yes, well, that in principle, the hymns of the cathedral are dedicated to a god. But in reality, the audience are all ordinary people with very worldly concerns. So what really matters is that the people enjoy what they're listening to.
If Sister Grace was able to see things that way, perhaps she wouldn't feel so distressed.
Huh? Distressed? About what? Ugh, she might be asking a bit too much. To be honest, if they have a natural talent for music, they should just be allowed to sing whatever they want. It'll all sound good. I'm pretty sure the first people to sing songs to the Animo Archon weren't all singing the same tune. Besides, he is the god of freedom. Surely he'd prefer to hear Mondstadters sing their hearts out however comes naturally to them.
Well, to each their own, I say. But Sister Grace seems quite bothered by the whole thing. If only a kind soul with a deep understanding of poetry and music could help her. Patton?
More drinks?
Uh-oh. I only brought enough money for one bottle today. I'll have to pass.
Another bottle of apple cider for Venti, please, Patton. My treat.
Wow! Thanks, Kaeya. You are one of the finest students ever to emerge from my fast-track love poetry class. I always did admire your enthusiasm and kind. With the aid of this bottle, a humble bard's woes are whisked away on the wind. And so it falls to this humble bard to pass the blessing on to another.
Then this is probably the single most worthwhile alcohol purchase I've ever made. With your help, Sister Grace's problems are as good as solved. Sister Grace is a devout follower of the Animo Archon. Perhaps it's her depth of devotion.
Don't worry. Just wait the next time you visit.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some?
Hello, Sister Grace. How are the rehearsals going?
Captain Kaeya, your bard friend has a few suggestions that are somewhat fanciful in nature.
Fanciful in the sense of not worth adopting? Is that what you mean? Everyone in the choir loves to sing. Suddenly asking them to sing in perfect harmony like a church... So...
Church choirs typically... What's stopping you from
While I don't...
Is the Church of Favonius really such a stickler for tradition? So Venti.
Of course! This was the wish of the people when New Mondstadt was first founded.
Okay, well let's see what our other friend thinks. Traveler, what are your thoughts? Another vote of confidence. Maybe there's hope for this idea. Looks like we're all in favor then.
Of course. I'll tell them now, and then...
Should we find some people to help us compose the...
Good idea. Let me think. Since we're composing a song, we should try and recruit at least one person who understands music. Aha, I know. Sister Grace, how would you feel...
Given that the idea is to write a song dedicated to Lord Barbados...
Perfect. Traveler, why don't you head into the cathedral and invite Sister Barbara to...
Let the wind lead. Traveler, it's been a long time since I last... Fortunately, I have... Oh, I see. The hymns we know, but as long as we put our... I never imagined that the bard would... Sure.
Ah, you're here.
You took your sweet time. Psh, I've seen. Can we really? And is the choir really gonna perform it publicly?
I don't think anything's off limits. I thought it was a fun idea anyway.
Then I wanna write this.
I'm used to just humming to myself while I work. So after Sister Grace criticized us for not singing in harmony, I was planning on quitting the choir. I never thought we'd be able to just sing what we wanted. Plus, we get to...
Thank you, everyone. What? I agree.
I expect that Professor
That's Kaeya for you. Got it in one. I'd suggest that everyone's...
Ooh, well then can I praise the perfect fish head soup my mom...
Of course you can.
I think I'd like to rejoice in the precious days spent together with family.
Let us praise Mondstadt, the city that allows us to sing freely.
See? Already we have lots of wonderful ideas. Let's write them down. And then Kaeya can... huh? Kaeya?
What are you doing here? I just wanted to take the rehearsals aren't... I'd rather it didn't come. If doing nothing but Lord... But that would get boring out. Besides...
Oh, we're ready to review and discuss everyone...
I still recall with so many... That's what a song of...
And that's the reason you've decided to leave?
Slipping away before the final verse... Oh no.
Wow, that was a... But to share all this with a group of friends, only to find myself... If you don't want to write... The swift current surge and on majestic waves, the stars in my eye. If you are a chaser of freedom,
A boat that has come unmoored will...
of course, you don't have to believe in it.
Well, after a fine poem like that...